before it becomes a household. Harvesting the grain.
Meanwhile,
A continuous waterfall. Before it becomes a household staple, every pizza begins here, in the golden geometry of the wheat fields. Before it becomes a household staple, every pizza begins here, in the golden geometry of the wheat fields. Harvesting the grain requires precision machinery to ensure the base of our crust meets strict quality standards. Tons of raw carbohydrate energy are transferred in seconds, destined for the milling process.
Meanwhile, sunlight is captured in the red flesh of tomatoes, the sweet acidity that balances the savory pie.
Only the ripest fruit survives the mechanical sort, ensuring the sauce maintains a consistent industrial profile.
A synchronized logistical fleet converges, carrying the three pillars of the pizza: grain, dairy, and produce.
Fresh milk arrives daily, pumped directly into the facility to be transformed into tons of shredded mozzarella.
The grain is siphoned into storage silos, awaiting the milling process that creates the fine, white dust of industry. Tomatoes are immediately submerged, using water transport to prevent bruising, before the pulping stage begins.
All ingredients converge here, at a facility designed to output 50,000 units a day. Before touching a single gram of dough, the human element must be neutralized and sanitized.
Strict protocols ensure that no foreign contaminants compromise the sterile environment of the food floor.
Hygiene is the first priority, with automated stations enforcing a mandatory sanitation cycle. Finally, an air shower removes microscopic particles, clearing the crew for entry into the main hall. Welcome to the heart of the operation, where engineering meets culinary tradition on a massive scale.
Overhead, pneumatic vanes deliver tons of flour, feeding the mixers that never sleep.
Before becoming dough, every ounce of flour is passed through a vibrating sieve to ensure a perfectly smooth consistency. Simultaneously, live yeast is activated in warm water, the biological spark that will make the crust rise.
Digital sensors scan the dairy density, ensuring the cheese is pure before it enters the shredder.
The tomato base is pressed one last time, refining the texture to prevent clog. All components are now prepped, purified, and staged, ready for the violent union of the mixer. The spiral arm mimics the motion of hand kneading, but on a colossal scale, developing the gluten network essential for structure. Once mixed, the massive batch is released, a cohesive entity ready to be divided into thousands of individual servings.
A volumetric divider sections the mass, ensuring every pizza crust begins with the exact same gram weight.
The dough travels the spiral proofer, a journey of relaxation that prevents the crust from shrinking during baking. Gradual reduction rollers gently flatten the spheres, preserving the air bubbles created during fermentation. The hot press finalizes the shape, flash searing the surface to ensure the crust remains crispy under the sauce. To ensure structural integrity during freezing, the crusts are flash-baked in a high-temperature tunnel.
In just 90 seconds, intense heat sets the gluten structure, creating a rigid base that won't get soggy.
Emerging sterile and hot, the crusts must be quickly cooled before they can accept the sauce. A continuous waterfall of seasoned tomato sauce ensures edge-to-edge coverage without human intervention. Automated spreaders calibrate the thickness, guaranteeing the perfect sauce-to-dough ratio in every bite. Finally, the dairy silo we emptied earlier returns as a blizzard of shredded mozzarella, sealing the sauce.
Suspended slicers cut cured meats at over 600 strokes per minute, depositing toppings directly onto the moving targets.
Computer vision guides these Delta robots, correcting any imperfection in topping distribution in milliseconds.
A micro mist seals the assembly, creating an ice bond that will secure the toppings during the chaotic logistics chain. The line plunges into the spiral freezer, where temperatures drop to -40 degrees instantly. Flash freezing preserves the cellular structure of the toppings, locking in freshness suspended in time.
30 minutes later, the pizzas emerge as solid, frozen discs, durable enough to withstand the packaging line. Any unit failing the weight tolerance by even a few grams is instantly ejected from the line. A flow wrapper hermetically seals each pie, creating a brief thermal shock shrinks the film, securing the toppings tightly against the crust for the final box. Simultaneously, the cartoning machine erects flat blanks into rigid boxes at a rate of 300 per minute.
Timing is critical, as the automated ram marries the product to the packaging without slowing the line.
Hot melt adhesive seals the deal, finalizing the product that will sit in freezers around the world.
Final X-ray inspection peers through the cardboard, guaranteeing that only the pizza makes it to the customer.
Every hour, random samples are pulled from the line to undergo rigorous sensory evaluation in the test kitchen. We verify the bake performance, ensuring the instructions on the box yield the perfect result at home. Crust rise, cheese melt, and sauce viscosity are measured against strict engineering tolerances.
With quality confirmed, every
Individual units are aggregated into master cases, preparing them for the demands of global logistics.
Human palates make the final call, conforming the flavor profile matches the master recipe.
Automated palletizers build the final load, securing tons of product for safe transport. The product enters the holding phase in a warehouse kept perpetually at Arctic temperatures. Every day, dozens of trucks depart, distributing thousands of pizzas to supermarkets across the continent.
And this is how modern factories produce frozen pizzas from start to finish.
From the golden wheat fields to your freezer, this is the engineering behind the perfect slice.